Hello everyone, my name is Tony Swain, Director of Training Education for PowerPlate. I'm here to talk about our new my7 home model. It's the largest model that we have. It's brand new. We have our new Fit software, integrated touchscreen. It's sweat resistant, and we're really proud about what we can now deliver to our home users with all the exercises built into the software. So we're going to take a couple minutes, we're going to talk about the software, and we're going to talk about the rest of the benefits of the my7. So now we're in the software, the Fit software. So when you approach the plate, you're going to have three settings. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work from the bottom around. So the first thing we're going to do is hit users, and that's going to give you two options. One is a new user or existing user. So if you are a new user, you would then go in and enter all the required fields and then save your information on the product. And then once you're an existing user, you would just come back in and provide your username and password, and your settings were saved. Next is settings. And it really kind of gets into a little bit more of the guts of the software. So it talks about the configuration, talks about the education help, service menu, and who to contact if you have any problems. So just to kind of show you a little bit of each screen, it talks about a little bit of the screen. You can turn down the sound. You can increase some of the network setup. Education is help, and it talks a little bit about just our product, the three goals, some elements, and the G factors, just to have some education about some of the things you're going to see throughout the software. Next is our service menu. Kind of going back to what we just talked about, so it's just a way for us to really kind of get involved, and this is where you would probably go when you go to the software updates, whenever you're ready for a new version. And then finally, contact. Who to contact if there is any problems with your my7. So we made it very easy, depending on where you're at, a couple different contact information. Okay, so next we're going to go from users to settings. And then we just covered all that. And then finally we're going to go back to exercise. So we assume that most people are going to be somewhat new to the programs in the my7, so we kind of had it where you're going to work basically left to right. So programs, when you hit programs, is going to go into our three categories, which is look, feel, and play better. If you like to just feel a little bit better, you're then going to have a series of different programs that you'll be able to choose from. Don't forget here that you do have a scroll button to go up or down to make sure you maximize all the different exercises. And then what you're going to do is if there's a program that sounds interesting, you're going to click on it, and then you're going to go into the next screen, which is now a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. This is going to give you the duration of the time for each type of workout that you would like to. So let's say I'm going to do a beginner 10-minute workout. I hit 10-minute button. It's going to break down that 10 minutes into basically a warm-up, workout, and cool-down. So it's just a way of determining how much time you're going to kind of spend in each one of our three areas. Okay, so I'm going to go back, and let's say I'm ready to just get started with the program. And now, as you can see, we're into the actual program. So what you're going to see is on the left-hand side, you're going to see the actual video exercise, and you can do this two ways. You can actually have the standard size, or you can increase the full screen. And then what you can do is with the little play sign, you can actually pick an exercise, as of course I picked a static exercise, but this exercise would be moving depending on the type of movement. And whenever you're ready, this is setting up your settings with your rest and activity. You hit go, and you're ready to go. This, you would just follow along, and this will kind of keep you on target for that 10-minute beginner exercise. Okay, so we're going to go back to the main screen. Single exercises are a way for you to really kind of maybe start building your own program. So we've broken up the software into our five elements, which is stretch, balance, core, strength, massage. And whatever you might be interested in, you can then get into that specific element. You can use the scroll buttons here, and you can pick an exercise that might be of interest that maybe you haven't seen before. And this gives you an opportunity to preview it, and if need be, enlarge an exercise. And then anytime you're ready, you can actually then hit go, and now the machine gets set up. Okay. Now just to show you one quick change option, on certain areas we are going to limit exactly how much vibration that you'll be able to obtain. So stretch is going to be a little less, and for strength we're going to give you some opportunities. So when you see a green plus or minus, that's going to basically allow you to then increase or decrease the vibration intensity. So you will have some areas that you'll be able to control how much vibration you would like to have. So when you see the green plus or minus, that allows you a little bit more of a manual opportunity. Okay? And then finally, so you can go through the 5 elements, pick and choose which exercise you like. You can then also save those. So when you come across an exercise that you really enjoy, you actually be able to save that, and that can get rolled into your program. And then finally, what we're going to talk about is manual mode. So you're somewhat new to the programs. You get an opportunity to just basically follow along. If you like to branch off and start picking and choosing certain exercises that you haven't seen before, maybe a little bit more of an opportunity just to control the machine. And then finally, manual mode is exactly what it is. It's manual. You have full control of the manual settings. So time can run up to 9 minutes, so you have full control of increasing the time. And then the exact same thing, you have full control of the G factors of the vibration of the machine. So manual is exactly what it is. You have full control. There's no video software options. So really, by that time, you're very familiar with the exercises you'd like to do. All you're going to do is do it with basically your own opportunity of setting the machine. So that is the fit software. So we just covered the users, the settings, and the exercises. You're going to spend a lot of time in this area. And depending on where you're at, you can either follow a customized program, single exercises, and manual. And whenever we do come out with a new software version upgrade, you will see some new additions or changes to both programs and single exercises. So you want to create your own playlist. So the first thing I need to do is get into the user manual, and I need to go to my existing user or your new user. So you basically have to set yourself up into the system. Here it's going to come into my favorite exercises. So this is kind of like your playlist of exercises that is going to kind of be saved. So anytime you want to pull from it, you're going to be able to have access. So what you're going to do is, I'm going to get into the plus sign, and that's going to take me to the 5 element screen. So what I'm going to do is just hit stretch, and it's done by description. So what you have to do is kind of decide which exercise you would like to incorporate, and then go ahead and click on it. And once you click on it, you'll see a green check mark. It'll be highlighted, and then you move on. And then it's now saved. If I like to do a core exercise, same thing. I will scroll down, pick the static glute bridge, click on it. It is now clicked, and now I have recorded it. And then finally, let's say I want to pick a standard massage. I love the quad massage, and I hit go. So now when I go back to my users, existing users, there is my playlist. So anytime I want, I can click on it and hit go, and that is now saved for me. So it is not done by element. It is just basically just put into a bucket. So just to let you know, there will be no rhyme or reason to the exercises. So it won't be broken in by element. It will just be broken into basically one large group of your exercises. So that is how you can create your own playlist. So now we're going to talk about really the mechanics of the my7. So we're down close to it. As you can see, it's now the largest base of any of the home models. And really some of the key features that we're going to talk about. I'm going to start with really kind of top down. So what is this button? Well, every time that the exercise ends, this will default back to 30 seconds. This is your repeat button. So if you did an exercise that was 45 seconds, a minute, or up to 9 minutes, and you want to do that time again, you need to come down here and hit the repeat button. So it's a little confusing. So you'll always see 30 seconds back here. This is where you want to go if you want to repeat the exact same time duration. Okay. Little is the ProMotion. We've now embedded the ProMotion design into the base. So this gives us an opportunity to get a little larger base, a little bit more leg room. This has a max capacity of 300 pounds, so you can definitely put some pressure into it. And now to how to adjust the ProMotion. There's actually 7 adjustments. So as you'll see, there's a series of stickers on the side of the plate. Little red lever right here. So the best thing to do is, depending on if you want it easiest or hardest, is just start at one end or the other. So this is now at level 1, the easiest setting. And what you're going to do is slowly just take it, slowly bring it out towards you. When you feel a click, you're going to hold, and then that would be setting 2. Go through a series of clicks until you get all the way to the far out. So depending on what you want, the best thing to do is always start either in or out, and then slowly work your way the opposite way depending on the intensity of the ProMotion cable. Okay, so it's always easier to either start at the very front, the very back, and then work the other way. ProMotion. To maximize the travel, what you want to do is always increase the rate of speed. So people are always somewhat kind of consistent with their motion. So anytime you really want to intensify the vibration, what we're going to have you do is increase the rate of speed, because that's going to allow more vibration transference at a faster rate. Okay? Straps. So if you're familiar with our product, we've always still had these notches cut on the front. So the straps do come with the my7, because we still incorporate some static movement, or if there's something you'd like to do, or maybe multiple users, you can incorporate the straps to have. So to maximize the benefit of the straps, you need to always make sure they're tight. Okay? So as hard as you can pull, the more transferability that you're going to have with the product. Okay? So we've talked about the cables, the ProMotion, we talked about the straps, we talked about the base, we talked about the settings, we talked about some progressions, and then finally the mat. People always want to know, when do I use the mat? Now the mat should be only used as a buffer between your skin and this gritty sandpaper. So as much as you can go without the mat, please do, because you're going to increase more vibration. But anytime you're putting your skin on there, whether it's a stretch, core, primarily massage, you want to go ahead and put this mat down there, so it really just softens the position that you're in, makes it much more comfortable. So that's the my7. So what do we do now when you have it at home? What can we provide for you? So be on the lookout. We are constantly going to be upgrading the software for the my7. So now what we're going to do is we're going to let you know when new versions are available. So we need you to go to the website, PowerPlate.com, register your product. We then have your information, so when new releases come out, we can inform you on what we're going to do to continue to provide you with the best software possible with the product. And you're probably wondering, well, how does this get transferred into the product? So what we're going to do is we're going to send you to our website. We're going to have you follow some basic directions. Then you're going to take a USB stick, you're going to upload it directly in your my7, and you're going to go through a couple of procedures on the my7. That easy. So please register your product at www.powerplate.com. We'll keep you informed on when new software versions are coming up, and enjoy your my7.